Can the Texans win in the playoffs in Foxboro? It'll take a resurgent performance by DeAndre Hopkins to get that done. Here's how the Patriots prevent that from happening. Let's dive in. DeAndre Hopkins went from one of 2015's most productive and dangerous wide receivers in all the NFL to a complete enigma in 2016 with Brock Osweiler as triggerman. The production, a fraction of what we saw before, but they've started to get on the same page here late in the year. They're going to need all of that relationship if they can make a run. 2016's production aside, why is Hopkins held in such high regard? It's his freakish ball skills like no other in the league. He's a proven game changer. When he does get on fire, coverage is dictated. But with both of these things said, Osweiler is very dependent upon his pre-snap read to get Hopkins the ball. Let's go to the tape. Hopkins to the top of your screen there. Motion cleans up the look a bit for Osweiler. He sees he's got off coverage, a cornerback here with inside leverage, deep help, but that's not going to get there for outside breaking routes in the intermediate level. Osweiler here is going to try to fit in a ball, and you get a sense of Hopkins' skill set here. He breaks away, gets good separation at the end, and he just has that length to still make the play even though the coverage is tight. Hopkins at the top of your screen again, here just highlighting this man's incredible skill. He's got inside leverage by the cornerback and the safety in a position where he can affect the play on outside breaking routes. And Hopkins here pivots and reverses out, almost as if he's playing in the paint in basketball. Really skilled play there. Here we're looking at the importance of the pre-snap read to Brock Osweiler and dissuading him with your pre-coverage look from going to their best player. Top of the screen there is Hopkins. Safety is offset nearly to the numbers in an isolation on the back of a 3-by-1. That sends him away from Hopkins, puts the ball towards other people that the Patriots mind much less being the target. Here's a great example of Osweiler failing with some of his pre-snap reads. If he can hold the disguise to the last minute, he read this as split safeties, looked away. You see his shoulders going down here to the bottom where the double is on Hopkins, the last place he wants to send his attention. Yes, the protection was terrible, but he was looking the wrong direction. The play never had a chance. Here's a good example of Osweiler getting one half of the read correctly, but taking an unnecessary risk with the other half. He's got the safety in a post situation. It looks like he's single high. He's hugging the hash there, but the cornerback has inside leverage. You see him jam up the receiver. There's no way an inside breaking route's going to get there. Nice coverage by Logan Ryan. This next clip highlighting a lot of the issues the Texans have had, good, bad, and otherwise here. Obviously outside leverage there at the top of your screen on Hopkins, so an outside breaking route wouldn't make a ton of sense. There's room with the safety so far away for a conversion to a post, but throwing an outside route, pretty risky. Here Osweiler's fortunate to fit it in, but clearly with a little better depth from the underneath defender, this has got a great chance of being a pick six the other direction. Here much better by Osweiler a week ago, reading the safety backpedaling down the hash. That means he's simply going to be the middle of the field player and can never get to a fade to the outside. Yeah, Hopkins is covered up, but he'll give him the 50-50 ball, and he's damn good at making plays there. Doesn't get this one, nice tight coverage, but it's a chance he's willing to take. Here's a shot of just poor safety disguise. You see the safety here at the bottom of your screen, squatting, almost at 10 yards, creeping forward. Osweiler catches this one, and he wants that open fade to the outside of the field. Ends up being one of the biggest plays in this wildcard round for Houston. Catches the fade opportunity again. He's going after it. Knows the safety can never get there. Fits it in. Huge play. Final clip here I'm showing is the Texans' willingness to put Hopkins on the inside here at the slot receiver position, looking for a matchup they like, break him away from the coverage, get him an easy play, get him more involved in the offense. I'll show it to you a second time and show you how important I think trap coverage could be here. Instead of just simply latching on man for man, falling off there at the cornerback position and stealing one from Hopkins. Turnovers waiting to happen. Preventing any growth of this relationship between Hopkins and Osweiler in the playoffs will go a long ways towards the Patriots in eliminating what's basically the Texans' biggest threat. If the Patriots want to prevent the upset, ensuring that Hopkins doesn't catch fire is a critical step.